Welcome back to Keep Up channel. Being here warms my heart. Donald Trump says he can't wait to see his longtime friend the King tomorrow as he touches down in the UK for his second state visit. Donald Trump said being in Britain warms my heart as he spoke of his excitement to see his longtime friend King Charles III today. The US president, 79, said everybody respects the 76-year-old monarch and declared they love him as he touched down last night to begin his historic second state visit. He made the glowing comments about Charles after landing on the lawn of the U.S. ambassador's residence in Regent's Park on Marine One. And Trump praised the outstanding job his U.S. ambassador to the UK Warren Stevens had done as he stood shoulder to shoulder with him outside Winfield House where he will spend the night. The mega leader had earlier arrived at Stansted Airport on Air Force One and held his 55-year-old wife First Lady Melania's hand as he walked down the aircraft steps. Melania sported a trench coat from British designer Burberry and black riding boots as she and her husband were greeted by the Viscount Hood, Lord-in-Waiting, on behalf of King Charles. Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper, who opposed his first state visit, shook Trump's hand for about 5 seconds. The president's allies have vowed he would go easy on struggling Sir Keir Starmer during his visit following a series of domestic hits to the Prime Minister's leadership. On board Air Force One, Trump gushed about the expected pageantry awaiting him. "Enjoy yourselves. You're going to have some great pictures today," he told reporters. "It's going to be a beautiful event. Everyone's looking forward to it. And we'll just relax and have a good time." On Tuesday night, 4 people were arrested after images of Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew, and Donald Trump were projected onto Windsor Castle. Trump earlier boasted about heading to the UK and spoke of his excitement to see the 76-year-old monarch, whom he described as an elegant gentleman. After arriving at Winfield House, Trump stood with Mr. Stevens and praised the outstanding job he is doing. "We had a good flight, a lot of people came with us. Tomorrow's going to be a very big day, Mr. Ambassador," he said. "I love Turnberry. I love Aberdeen. I have a lot of things here that they warm my heart, I want to tell you. It's a very special place, great place." Asked if he had a message for King Charles, he added, "We're going to see him tomorrow and he's been a friend of mine for a long time, and everybody respects him, and they love him." Trump earlier spoke about his relationship with Charles ahead of boarding Air Force One at Joint Base Andrews in Maryland. "My relationship is very good with the UK, and Charles, as you know, who's now king, is my friend," he said. "It's the first time this has ever happened where somebody was honored twice. So, it's a great honor. And this one's at Windsor. They've never used Windsor Castle for this before. They use Buckingham Palace. And I don't want to say one's better than the other, but they say Windsor Castle is the ultimate, right? So it's going to be nice." Trump is staying at Windsor Castle as Buckingham Palace is currently undergoing a £369 million refurbishment, which isn't due for completion until 2027. French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte also stayed at Windsor Castle during their 3-day state visit in July. Tiffany Trump, the president's daughter with Marla Maples, and her husband Michael Boulos joined the president and First Lady on Air Force One. Trump said earlier today ahead of the trip, "Primarily it's to be with Prince Charles and Camilla. They're friends of mine for a long time, long before he was king, and it's an honor to have this king. And, you know, I think he represents the country so well. He's such an elegant gentleman and he represents the country so well." Trump will enjoy a royal flypast, a carriage ride with Princess Kate and a grand state banquet among other meetings during his stay. On Tuesday, protesters gathered outside Windsor Castle and held placards reading, "Go away, you're polluting Windsor," and "Fascists not welcome." One group could be heard chanting, "Say it loud, say it clear, Donald Trump's not welcome here." Some MAGA faithful were also seen outside the castle grounds waving an American flag, while another held a "R.I.P. Charlie Kirk" sign. Meanwhile, 2 men have been arrested by police on suspicion of flying a drone over Windsor. A 37-year-old suspect from Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire, is in custody after allegedly breaching temporary air restrictions brought in from today as part of the massive police safety operation required for the US president's short stay in the UK. Thames Valley Police said the man was flying a drone in the village of Datchet, not far from Windsor Castle. It comes hours after another 37-year-old man, from Brentford in West London, was arrested on suspicion of flying a drone over Windsor Great Park. Trump described the second state visit to the UK as a great honor and said that he is looking forward to talking to his friend, the King. Labour had feared Trump could use the visit to lambast the PM over freedom of speech in the UK, amid claims from Conservatives that the online safety bill impinges on the rights of Americans. But sources today said the president could go easy on Sir Keir due to the significant domestic pressure he is under. One said, "This trip will be about the splendor of Windsor Castle, inspecting the troops, the big banquet. This is a big deal for him. And the plan is to keep it about that." Yet despite a series of political scandals, with Lord Mandelson being dismissed as U.S. ambassador and ex-Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner resigning over underpaid stamp duty, Trump praised the PM, saying he represents the UK so well. The American leader is being feted with a stay in Windsor Castle, where he will be hosted by the King and treated to a ceremonial welcome on Wednesday and a lavish state banquet. Security will be paramount, with Mr. Trump confined to the private Windsor estate on the first full day, before heading to the Prime Minister's country residence Chequers on Thursday. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.